Okay, thank. Okay, good morning, students. My name is T. Nagaraj Yadav. I'm assistant professor in CSC department. Today, I'm going to discuss the topic called virtualization-based security enhancement in cloud security. So, here, what is virtualization-based security enhancement involved in the cloud security? So, we are going to discuss step by step. First, in cloud, the cloud, it is to, first of all, in cloud we are going to store the data. Okay, so it requires a security. So how to provide the security for that? So virtualization based security, enhancement we are providing. So here IBM security virtual server protection is a cutting edge technology designed to fortify fortify the security of virtualized data centers and cloud environment. So with the increasing adoption of virtualization technology, securing virtual server is a paramount concern. So and also we are also dealing with we are going to discuss how to implement the virtualization sandboxing and then isolated environment. Okay, how to provide isolated environment, that is known as sandboxing. So to for this, so these sandboxes run, are used to run untrusted, and potentially malicious applications. So in this here IBM security virtual server protection, this is the diagram. Some example, see here hardware hypervisor, on top of that we are using virtual machine safeguard. So here separate operating machine, so web server, web host desktop, web application, this is application area. Here here applications, then we are maintaining a separate OS on that we are going to install. So here SVM, then step by level by level. So there is a hypervisor software we are going to install in this. So on top of hypervisor, this is the hypervisor, is the mediator and hardware and our applications. So here IBM, it helps the customers, this IBM security virtual server protection, here it helps the customer to be more secure and compliant and cost effective by delivering integrated and optimized security for virtual data centers. So here if we consider this diagram, what here see this one, here VM, here VM, so VM safe integration, file wall, here firewall and intrusion prevention, rootkit detection prevention, inter VM traffic analysis, and automated protection for mobile virtual machines, and also virtual network segmentation protection, virtual network level protection, virtual infrastructure auditing, and virtual network access control. We use this. So this is the diagram. See how we are using virtualization concept. So then see this one, this also same. Here, so IBM security virtual server protection enhance the cloud security by providing dedicated security measures for virtualized servers and workloads, so ensuring that cloud based assets that protect from threats and vulnerabilities. That is the main thing. So it supports the dynamic scalable nature of dynamic computing while offering visibility, control, compliance. So these features to meet the specific security needs of cloud environment. See this cloud security virtual server protection VSP is a security solution that can be used to protect virtual machines in the cloud. So VSP provides a layer of security between virtual machine and hypervisor. So VSP virtual server protection is a layer of security, a layer of security between virtual machine and hypervisor, so which helps to protect the virtual machine and malware, so other attacks and unauthorized access. Okay, so it is a layer of security. Okay na? So you need to understand. See, virtualization based, next one is virtualization sandboxing. Okay na? Next topic, virtualization sandboxing. So here if you observe this diagram, see this one, without app sandboxing, with sandboxing. So here if you have observed this, your sandbox, so here your sandbox, okay, here your sandbox, okay, here your app is a unrestricted access. See this one, with app sandbox, here without app sandbox, so no access others users, no access other system resources, no access without app sandbox, all users, okay, all users can unrestricted access to use, okay na? So all system resources and all user data unrestricted access without a sandbox. So here this is also one more diagram. See this one, static analysis, hash and reputation checks and static analysis, pattern detection without antivirus engines, dynamic analysis, emulation sandboxes, dynamic analysis, virtualization sandboxes. See, these are the total 4 levels. In this, see, lookup and agent reputation system here in this level top, and pattern matching in on this, then emulates code, full OS emulation, code here executes code on virtual CPU within a virtual machine operating system. So virtualization sandboxing, here if you consider virtualization sandboxing is a security technique. What it is? It is a security technique that uses virtualization technology to create isolated and controlled environments. So this virtualization based, okay, virtualization based sandboxing security technique that uses the virtualization technology, so to create isolated controlled environments, known as, that is sandboxes, in which untrusted and in which untrusted, so potentially malicious software and applications and for example files can be executed and analyzed without posing the threat. So to host the system, other parts of the computing environment. So virtualization sandboxing is a powerful security mechanism. Okay, see this security mechanism, okay, that provides a safe and controlled environments for ensuring untrusted code for applications. So it provides a safe and controlled environments for executing untrusted code and applications, and by here enhancing cyber security by preventing and potential harmful software from causing damage to critical system and data. So here you think you have to think about this. So this enhancing the cyber security by preventing harmful software, harmful software from causing damage to critical system, okay, that is data. So virtualization sandboxing is a security technique that uses virtualization, so to create isolated environments for running applications. So all application is nothing but whatever we using all the applications in real time. So it provides the so isolated environment for running it. So this isolation, because of this isolation helps to protect operating system. So it protects the operating system, other applications from malware and other attacks. Next, see here some examples of how virtualization based sandboxing is used. For example, if you take some example, web browsers. Okay, here web browsers and email client and software, security software, virtualization platforms, and transparent intrusion prevention and firewall, okay, automatic discovery and inter VM traffic analysis. So these are all some examples how virtualization sandboxing is used. Okay, so nowadays so from so many websites getting so many ads. Okay, it they theft our data, they theft our data, and so many emails we are getting, okay, from unauthorized users. So security software like that, so many examples how virtualization is sandboxing using. See here, virtualization sandboxing evaluation technique we will discuss, that is malware analysis. Frequently evaluate unfamiliar code within isolated environment, such virtual machines. So that is these are virtual machines are sandboxing. So what sandboxing means, malware analysis frequently, okay, malware analysts, okay, malware analyst, okay na, frequently evaluates unfamiliar code, okay, unfamiliar code within the isolated environment. See, these are virtual machines are sandboxes. Similarly, security products often utilize these environment to execute potentially malicious code for dynamic malware analysis before permitting it to ensure the organization's network. So this approach helps to identify the TTPs. What TTPs means? Tactic, technique, procedures. So this approach, okay, virtualization sandboxing. So this approach helps the identify the tactic, technique, procedures employed by the malware. So here as well as its IOCs. So here indicators of compromises which are crucial for malware detection, which are crucial for malware detection. So here and also, however, malware developers actively attempt to prevent their malware from being analyzed in isolated environment. So they purposely design their code to detect virtual machines and sandbox environment, ensure that the malware does not exhibit the malware behavior whenever running within these isolated environment. For example, agent Tesla remote access Trojan, RAT, is also known as known to shut down. So it is detect a sandbox environment. If it is detects a sandbox environment, serving as an example of malware evading sandbox. So here the proposally designed their code to detect virtual machines and sandbox environment, ensuring that malware does not exhibit the malicious behavior when running within the isolated environment. Okay, so for sub technique, that is here we use some sub technique. So here virtual machine software is intended to emulate the functionality of physical hardware. So here however, here virtual machine software creates artifacts indicating that it is a virtual machine rather than a physical one. So adversaries abuse this design flaws of a virtual machine software, the code and malware to check the system for these indicators. So adversary use sandbox avoiding malware use general features that indicates a virtualization. So sandbox environment to detect their operating environment. So although not all systems with these features are virtualization environment, there is high correlation. Storage name, here suppose hard disk drives that use names such as some names, okay, virtual hard disk VM, okay, VM wares are. So HD hard disk vendor ID, the vendor ID of the hard disk drive name, and VBox, that is VMware. So audio devices, lack of audio devices in the machine. So audio device, lack of audio device in the machine, and screen resolution, username, host name, MAC address, okay. Next number for VirtualBox, okay. Then for VMware, this for Xen, okay, and this for parallel. So network adapter name, then specific name for network adapters. So like this these details have. So here there is high correlation. So here the list of directories, certain directories such as Oracle and VirtualBox guest addition or VMware, okay. Process names, that is specific process such as VMware.exe and Xen service exe, VM service exe executable file. Next VBox service exe and geobox service.exe and PRL underscore cc.exe. CPU temperature, this is some failures, okay, or no return for CPU temperature check calls. So then CPU ID, these CPU ID that includes the string such as this one. So Microsoft HV for Hyper-V and KVMK VM KVM for KVM, okay. Hypervisor for parallel, okay. VBox for VirtualBox, VMware for VMware, Xen VM for Xen, like that, okay. Xen VM for Xen. In general, malware analyst security controls use several virtual machines in a malware analysis environment. This is because they need virtual machines running different versions of operating systems and software. So here giving some extensive resources in terms of memory and storage size and processing power to these virtual machines to increase cost. So because of that, the analyst may create virtual machines with resources lower than the physical machines. So adversaries use this habit and check the following system and resources to understand the virtual machine environment. So total physical here the total physical memory size, that is a total RAM size that is lower than the 4 GB. So here total storage size, a storage size that is lower than the 64 GB, okay. You need to follow this one. So the number of CPU storage core is a single core that is not common for modern system. So like that we have. So next so in this what you need to remember that, so this one what we discussed in the class means first here virtualization based security enhancement, how to implement a virtualization based security, that is IBM security virtual server protection. So and then after that the virtualization sandboxing we are discussed. In IBM security virtual server protection is a and it is a edge technology, cutting edge technology. So designed to the fortify the security of virtualization data centers and the cloud environment. So increasing the adoption of virtualization technology, securing virtual servers is very important. So virtualization unboxing, coming to virtualization sandboxing, it is essential security technique. It is used to create isolated and controlled environments within a computing system. So these isolated environments known as sandboxes are used to run untrusted or potential malicious files. So we have to remember all these things. These are the some points. So and then storage security also we need to discuss. So log management also we need to discuss. Data prevention also we need to discuss. We will discuss this in coming videos. So these are the things you need to observe. You need to follow this diagram to understand this concept. Virtualization based server production, and then you understand this diagram to what is virtualization based sandboxing. Okay, go through this diagram. Okay, and then so this thing we need to follow. Okay, so finally we need to remember this like this we are going to enhance our security. Okay, thanks to all. We are closing this session.